So the first thing we need to do is to add the, so let's close all these files that we don't need. So let's close this one. So now inside the views, so we need to add another folder. Let's name it layouts, and let's use, or let's add a file. Let's name it app.blade.php. And we need same thing as we have done here inside the admin. Let's copy and paste. So here stock images, so let's change this one to images. Save. So now we have the title. So I think the same thing as we have done. We only need to remove this one from layouts admin to the user, not the user, but it's the user to the front end layouts.navbar layouts.alert. And same thing as we have done, we have the content and the other things. So next we need to add, or let's copy the alert from here and paste it here. So we will have the same alert. So we will have success message, and also we need another one which is navbar. So let's copy navbar from here, and where is it? So paste it here inside the layouts, and let's change. So here it will take us to the routes that we will define later, which is the home. And let's add here Laravel. So here we have Laravel stock images, or images stock, you can name it as you want. And what else? So we have here, so the first link will be the home link. Let's remove this one from here and change it to home, and use the fastfa home, and it will take us to the home, which is this one. Let's bring it and put it here. What else we need? We need the registration link and login link. So let's skip the form, we will use it later. So the registration link will be available only when the user is a guest. So let's add two links. So the first one is the registration link, and it will take us to the register. So we will add the registration later. And also we need here to change it to for user plus. And what else? We need another one for the login. So let's add login here, and let's change this one to login. And for user sign or for sign in. And we need also another one when the user is logged in. So let's get auth, and let's take this one and move it to the top. So we will use the same thing. So not this one, where is it? So this one. So now we have logout. So let's change it to logout form without the admin. And here we call logout form, and we log out the user, and the route will be logouts. And we need to provide another one here, and displayed currently logged in user. So let's change this one too. So we will add later user dashboard route, and here we need the auth user ID, not ID name, so we don't need the ID, and here let's change it to far user. So we have now the navbar. So let's move what else we need. So I think that's all. This is the links that we have. So let's move to the next. Next is we need to change this one to, let's rename it to home page. Let's give it a name home and change the content. So the content will be like we have done, extends layouts dot up, and here we provide title. Title will be home, and we need a section for the content, and for now just add home. And we need to add the routes. So the routes for the home, let's copy this one. So the home doesn't need the user to be logged in, so let's add it here, and it will so it will take us to, so I think we will only use the controller that we have already defined, which is the photo controller. So we use the index function that we have defined. So let's go back to the photo controller. So we did not define anything inside the photo controller. So nothing here. Yes, so nothing. Okay, so we will use the same so the same thing that we have done here inside admin. Let's bring it and put it. So I thought that we have already added the function inside the photo controller. It's okay. So here we get all the photos, and also we need to add another one, which is the show, that will take the photo as param and return it. And here we will add another view, which is, so here it's not admin.index, but it's home, and we give it the photos, and here we will add another one, which is show, and we give it the photo to display the photo details. So now we have the two functions that we need inside the controller. Let's go back here, and I'll add also another route for so here let's call it photo, and here or here photo and show, or photos. You can use photos if you want, and I think we don't need this this slash, we don't need it. Also here we don't need all these slashes, not these ones, but the first one. So we don't need this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. So now we need here slash, it will take us to the photo controller, which is not the admin one. So this one. So here we have the admin, and inside controllers we don't need the as. Why? It's but because we have the same. Okay, because we have the same name. Okay, let's change it to front and photo controller, just to be clear, and for you to understand that this one is the front end and this one is the back end. And we will use the same, so we will use the same one here, but the function will be show, and here the route will be name, and here the route will be photo show. So that's all for now. Let's so before we display the home page, because we will have an error that's telling us that the routes register and login doesn't exist, so we need to add, as you can see, we need to add the registration for our application. For that we will use Fortify, so let's install it now. So let's move to the Laravel fortify inside the docs. So inside the docs, so we are using Laravel 11. So here, let's go down. So here we have the installation. Let's copy this command and run it inside our project and hit enter. Once done, we will add also, or we will run the next one and final one. So let's wait a moment. Once it's done, then we will continue. So now it's done. Let's run the second command. This one, let's install let's run the PHP Artisan Fortify install. Next, we need to migrate the let's copy, let's paste it here, migrate and run. And the table or the columns has been added to the users table. So now it's done. What's next? We need to add the login form and the registration form. So it's inside Fortify service providers. So let's move to the Fortify service providers and add this two. So we have the login form and the registration. Let's look here if we have the registration. If not, we will so I think we don't have here a registration. So the two factors, so it's here, the registration. Let's copy and paste it here. And now we have the register view and the login view. Let's refresh and see what we have here. If we refresh now, I think we will have the error that now it's working. So now it's working. As you can see, we have the Laravel stock images, we have the home. If we move to the registration, then we will have the error that the auth register is not found. Okay, we will back again to the registration later. Now let's display all the images and view the details of each image. So let's go back here. We have already the images sent from the controller, which is the photo controller. We only need to loop through each image and display them. Let's do that now. Div, let's add a div with a class row and margin top and bottom of 4. What else? So we need also now to loop through each photo. Photos as photo and display each photo. So we have a div, let's give it call md4 and margin bottom, let's give it 4 and that's all. And inside this div, okay, let's add a link and give it the link will take us to the details of the image. So let's give it the route and the route is photos.show and we need to provide photo ID. And next we need to add the image. So the image will be just tag here, not this one, but let's use this one and we need to give it photo URL. And what else? Let's give it, so let's remove this one. Let's give it alt. So the alt just photo. And what else we need? We need a class. So the class, not this one, but this one. So the class will be, let's give it width 100 and shadow SM and rounded and margin bottom 1 What else? And let's give it margin bottom of 4. And what else? Let's give it height. And height will be 300. What else? That's all. So let's save and see what we have here. Let's refresh. And as you can see, we have the images here. So let's add, so we have only 2 images. Let's add some other images. I thought I have lots of images. So let's add 5 or let's add 5 images. So we can buy more images. Laptop on the desk. Let's make it free, submit. Let's add another one. Choose an image, cut or black cut. Let's make it paid. Choose price, submit. So now it's added. Let's add another one just to have 5 images. So you can choose, and or let's change this one and choose another one and change it to soccer ball and make it paid. Choose price, submit. And as you can see, now we have all the images. Let's move to the home page. So now we can see all the images. So as you can see now, it's better. We have more images. So once I click on this image, it will take us to show view, but we don't have this view. Let's just copy the home page and add another one here, which is show.blade.php, and post everything here. So this one will be so what title? So the image doesn't have a title. We can just add here image details, and we don't need to loop through images because we have only one image. Let's organize the code, and we have the image, but we don't need to provide the link to the routes because we are already in the routes. Let's change this one to 6, and we have the image. Let's refresh and see what we have here. So we have the image, and let's change the height to 60. See what we have here. I think it's bigger. Oh, it's a little bit bigger. Let's make it 500. Not 60. I said 60. It's 600, not 60. Now it's 500. I think it's better. So let's add here the price and the buttons so the user can buy the image. So let's add another div and give it the, so I think we don't need here a margin bottom, and inside we need div with deflex flex column and justify content to start. And what else we need? We need another div inside this div, so we need another one. Just we change the the flex from the flex column to flex row, which is by default, and we keep the contents to the start, and we add here a line items to center, and inside we will have the admin image. Let's bring this one and use it here, and we need here to use photo. We have already defined the relationship admin and admin image. I think we have already defined the relationship or not, so it's already here. Okay, so we have the image. Let's we have the image, and let's give it here admin photo, and for the class let's give it only rounded, and without the margin. Let's give it the image fluid, and margin right of 3, and let's give it a height of 60 and width of 60. So let's save and take a look. If we refresh, so as you can see, here is the image of the admin. Next we need to display the details of the admin and the price of the picture. So let's add another div here, and let's add a closing tag. And what else we have here? We have the flex column and justify content to start. So let's add a span with font weight bold, and we need only one dash, and we need the photo admin name. So let's refresh and see, and as you can see now it's appearing here. So you have the admin, and what we need the price, so the photo price. So if it is free, then we will, if it is not free, then we will display the price. So here, if the photo is not free, then we will display here the price. So let's bring this one and put it here and change it from the relationship to the price. Let's refresh and see. And as you can see, we have the price, but let's add the span with the text danger, font weight bold, and add the $sign before the price, and refresh. And as you can see, we have here the price. So for the admin, let's change this one to just text muted and see if it is better than this one or this one is better. So let's see. So it's admin. Let's add here e tag. So this one, and save. So I think the font weight bold is better. So let's add font weight bold. Refresh, or we can add font from Google Fonts. So we have here the admin and $6. Let's now check for the buttons. Before we check for the buttons, let's add the picture body or the photo body. Let's add here a p tag with margin top of 2, and here we add the body. We have the body. Let's change this one to body and refresh. And we have the black cut, but we have something wrong with the deflex. So let's check what is the problem and fix it. So the problem is that the body needs to be inside the div, so I made a mistake here. So let's fix it and see if it will work or not. So I just noticed that if it did not work, so we will find solution. So I think now it's better. So we have the black cut and we have the admin, the price, and the description. So let's move now. So we need to check for the image. If it is free, then we will display a button. So the user can download the image because it is free. If it is not free, so we will display another button, which is the buy button, and this button will take the user to the checkout or to Stripe checkout form, so he can buy the button, not the button, buy the photos. So let's move to that now. So before we do that, let's add the font to our application. So I have already copied font from Google Fonts. So let's add it inside layout. You will find it inside the Git repo, which contains the source code of these projects, and source code will be in the description. You will find it in description. So this is the font. You can use Roboto or use any other font you want. So let's refresh and see if it will change or not. So it did not change because I did not add the style CSS style. So let's add a file which is so here inside the public. So you have storage. Let's add another folder CSS and call it main.css. And we have the body, and let's give it font family Roboto, and let's add it inside app.blade.php. So let's bring it here and add a link, CSS link, and it will take us to the main. And the main is inside so it's inside asset css/main.css. So let's refresh and see if it will work or not. If not, we will find a solution to this. So now it's working, as you can see. So it's home, register, login. You can use any other font if you want to change it, or use other fonts better than this. If you see anything or any font better than this, you can use it. So we can use also here sans serif if we don't have the Roboto. So now we have added the fonts. Let's move to the button that we said, which is the buy or download button. So let's do that now.